This is Tin Caps Baseball on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
Welcome back to Tin Caps on Deck, presented by Hoopy Insurance Services. Prior to this series finale here at Classic Auto Group Park between your Fort Wayne Tin Caps and the Lake County Captains. Bit of a different look for our pregame interview on this Sunday afternoon. Normally when we're at home, Mike Maz will chat it up with our team president, Mike Nutter. But with a big week coming up at home, we figured we'd get Mike on the pregame show here this week as well. Sir, how is everything going? How is the week in between our previous homestand and this upcoming one against the Great Lakes Loons treated yourself and our staff?
It's been great. I'm happy to talk with you today, and it's awesome because I feel like we spent a little bit of time this week looking at headshots to learn those 9 or 10 new players when we get back into town. But you guys have started the second half off great over there in Lake County, a very high-quality team. And we're excited to meet some of the guys and put on an awesome week of entertainment and baseball when everybody gets back to town starting Tuesday night on the 30th. I mean, I think people saw last homestand against South Bend when the weather cooperates and the promotions are lined up. It's still absolutely as awesome as it's ever been here around the ballpark. And it's loaded up for this week ahead. And so I'm anxious to talk about that and see you guys all back in town.
I want to talk about that last homestand. Obviously, you and Mike Maz had chatted about it on Father's Day last Sunday against South Bend, but truly an unbelievable homestand. Despite the delayed start on Tuesday, the entire postponement on Wednesday, the Thursday doubleheader saw 7,900 fans in the ballpark and then a sellout crowd of 8,000 over the weekend. And just everything that you and the staff put into the series, looking at it now, just about a week later, how proud are you of your staff and what was able to be accomplished last week?
That's the right word. And it's not ego proud, like, hey, look at us, but like the people where the work paid off and we didn't have to worry about the weather. And like, you know, who was the idiot that thought we should delay the game on Tuesday? Oh, yeah, that was me. And, you know, and it never rained on that Tuesday. And I make light of that because we got a bunch of hate mail of like, you should have started. It didn't rain. And it's like, we wanted to start, but with Major League Baseball, you know, minor league players, they need 45 minutes to get ready. And so we delayed it. And then Wednesday wasn't great. But from there, it was unbelievable. The Thursday night, like you said, I mean, record-setting Thursday night, one of the biggest ones since pre-COVID. And then Friday was really, really good and really solid. Saturday was unbelievable. And then Sunday on Father's Day, not the easiest day to draw, easier than Mother's Day and Easter and some of the other stuff, but to have over 5,000 for that one, it was great. I feel like that week, it was the only time the South Bend Cubs come in all year. And, you know, there's a lot of fans of a lot of major league teams in our market, but the Cubs still dominate. And I feel like I saw more PCA jerseys than I've ever seen for any player for a week. And I don't mean it as hyperbole. The Cubs fans turn out. The weather was perfect other than the couple glitches that we talked about. So absolutely awesome and epic. And we're going to try and roll it right into this next week, coming back with starting with Paw Patrol. And, you know, I think sometimes people think, oh, it's a Tuesday night, you know, you can kind of burn that one, or Wednesday night, there's probably not much going on. And it's like, no, Tuesday night's our family feast. The Paw Patrol, my kids are a little old to be into Paw Patrol, but people love it. And the age, you see thousands of kids with Marshall, you know, the character that's going to be out here, and some of the shirts and hats and stuff, and it's wholesome, clean, family-friendly entertainment. So that's Tuesday night. Then we roll right into the Puffer Bellies, and we apologize in advance to all the families going home because it's a train whistle giveaway for the kids, and they'll be blowing it in the car. But Paws and Claws, Thursdays have become pretty amazing around here with pregame concerts and fireworks and all kinds of stuff. And then Friday night, one of our most fan-looking things, it's Harry Potter night and fireworks. Then the 4th, the city fireworks. We remind the people listening to you today, like, it's the first time ever the fireworks are coming from the parking garage in right field. It's not the big One Summit Square building. You know, the Department of Natural Resources moved it because of the peregrine falcon eggs. And like, I love animals. Anybody that's ever met me knows that. But like when the city called the first time, I'm like, wait a minute, seriously? You know, like, really? And so we're moving it to the parking garage, so the view in town will be the best. 250th anniversary of the country. You know, when they hear this on Sunday, I'm not trying to sell something, but I'm telling you, if you want to come to the game, log on right now while you're listening to Andy in Lake County and get your tickets, because standing room only is fine, and it's the cheapest option we have. But right now, there's still a few other options if you want something else. And then the homestand doesn't end with the big party Saturday night, and that's an odd 6 o'clock game time, 6:05 game time, because we want to give plenty of room and time for the city fireworks. And then the party's not over that night. We come back to end the homestand Sunday at 1:05, post-game autographs from our buddy Ben Smith over at Midwest Box Breaks, but then an unbelievable reversible bucket hat from our friends at Parkview Health, and it's absolutely awesome. 6 huge days of entertainment. We always hope Mother Nature cooperates, but we've been doing this promo with $10 reserve seats. We've sold over 1,000 doing that, and that continues, and so there's a lot of excitement to get you all back to town.
Wanted to ask you about that $10 promo. It's been promoted on our social media pages. If you don't follow the Tin Caps on social media, absolutely do so. Instagram, X, TikTok, all the above, Facebook, everything. Was that something that was preset in plan? I know we've done multiple of those this season.
You know what? It was not. It came about from Michael Limmer and then Cade and Chris Darby. So our social media person, our ticket director, and then Michael Limmer, a VP of marketing. So we included the 4th, and a couple of my friends texted, and they're like, why in the world are you including the 4th? We didn't have a lot of tickets to sell, but we didn't want to send a mixed message of, hey, 5 of these 6 games are in it, and so we just put them on there. I did get a couple texts and screenshots from fans. I can't believe you just got me $10 tickets on the 4th, and it's like, well, hey, you got them. But the coolest thing for us, Andy, has been the amount of people that have bought for Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And even a few people that said, hey, we were going to do the Paw Patrol on Tuesday night, and we just grabbed them with the promo. And so it's a $10 reserve seat. It's been absolutely awesome. Again, fans have noticed, we don't shy away from anything. We try and be the most open book team there is out there. And a couple people early in the year said, hey, did ticket prices go up? And I said, well, yes, no, kind of. And the guy laughed. And I said, what I mean is there's a new federal law where you can't have all these hidden fees. I don't feel like we did anyway. But so if you buy a ticket online, if you buy a ticket at the box office, this year it's the same price. And so if somebody takes us up or took us up on the $10 thing, whether you walked up, whether you did it online, all the fees are built in. It's $10, and it's been absolutely awesome. Extremely well received. Prior years, we never did anything like this. I don't want the fans to read into it like, oh, are they struggling now? Do they need the help? We're doing just fine. We're doing better than fine. But we also understand it's a unique time where, people want to support the local minor league team, but money's tough for a lot of people and different things like that. And so we just said, let's celebrate the 250th with $10 reserve seats all week. And again, for somebody that hears this that thinks, I don't want SRO, I understand that. So come out Thursday night or Friday night, because the fireworks are going to be unbelievable those nights as well, and the entertainment will as well. And again, new influx of talent on the team, Ryan Weidman and the others that have come up. We're genuinely excited to see them play here, because someday we believe a lot of these new players, as well as some of the ones that got promoted, no question about it, are going to join that 260 to the show list. So the on-the-field product is improving. The promotion stuff is incredible, and so a great week to come out to this award-winning ballpark.
I want to talk about the setup for the 4th of July. What goes into that for the staff? Because obviously a lot of people see that, it's the 4th of July. It's the biggest event of the summer. But yeah, there's 5 other games sprinkled into this series. It's not just one game. And also, too, there wasn't a 4th of July game at Parkview Field last year, although the 3rd of July game was fantastic. The energy was awesome in the crowd. That was a split series last year. And you mentioned as well the 250th celebration.
Yeah, no doubt. And to look ahead, for 2027, we will not be home. And so Major League Baseball said we're not doing that split series with the 3rd and the 4th because of the days of the week. And so half the teams are going to get it in 26 and half the teams are going to get it in 2027. We got it this year on the Saturday night for the 250th. We love it. But next year there is not a game on the 4th. There's not going to be a game on the 3rd the way the stuff settles. So if you want to be a part of this, come out. But like you said, again, the 4th, people circle, it's going to be the biggest game, when Mother Nature cooperates, of the year and potentially ever, in that top 5 ever type of thing. But we're planning on doing our show Tuesday through Sunday with the giveaways we've talked about and other theme nights and promotions and stuff. So you put a lot of energy into the 4th. You know that there's some people that we always say genuinely that the 4th of July, for some people, it's the only game they'll come to all year. So the bunting will probably be out, the special hats and uniforms and the flag giveaway and things like that. And I've been telling staff, we want this place looking as clean as it ever has and those kinds of things, because the people that only come out once a year and it's on that day, we want to show them that, I joked the other day in an email, we haven't lost our fastball and people still like coming out to the ballpark. And so, but there's all this other stuff. Like I was walking by Morgan in the office earlier this week, those that know her or don't know her, head of our promotions, and she was lining everything up for Harry Potter night and all the promotions. Like a lot goes into it. It's that old Bill Murray movie, Groundhog Day, where like for 6 days in a row, we're waking up, we get to entertain, but it's all different events and types of things. And so, again, if somebody's frustrated, they go online, maybe they feel like they waited too long, as we get closer to the 4th, there's still options on the 4th, but there's plenty of these other days that you can come out and have just as much fun. It just won't be the 250th of the city fireworks, but it'll still be a blast.
Here with Team President Mike Nutter prior to this Sunday series finale in Lake County. One final question for you. Being at this as long as you have been, leading this organization, what makes the 4th of July so special to you and to this staff?
That's a great question, man, and you didn't prep me ahead of time, but my mom's father was one of the best men I ever met. I put my dad in the same category. Like you, I'm lucky that I got a great relationship with my dad and things like that, but my point is, he was a war hero. He was a veteran, a decorated veteran and war hero. He got over to the beaches the day or two after D-Day. And like, I didn't serve, but I come from a family tree of a lot of people that served in the military. I'm proud of this country. It's 250 years young, coming up. Do we have issues? We've always got stuff to work on, but I stay out of the political stuff and the negativity and focus on what an unbelievable country I was blessed to be born in, to be able to raise my kids in. And again, not that there aren't things that can always get better. I'm not saying that. There are. But at the same time, it's absolutely unbelievable. I really remember, so I would have been 4 or 5 years old in 1976, for the bicentennial or whatever that one was. I don't remember everything. I remember some patriotic wallpaper and some Uncle Sam stuff, but this is 250 and this is a huge, just milestone for our country. I think that sometimes we can be our own toughest critics of our country. And I've learned a lot through some of these accounts on, social media and the people from all around the world that are coming for the World Cup about just how much there is to offer in this country. And so through the power of baseball and this amazing ballpark, we get to do it on Saturday night, July 4th, and have what I hope goes down as one of the most epic parties of all time.
Well, we can't wait for next week, and I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to chat here as we get into the weekend. Recording this on Friday. This will air Sunday, and looking forward to getting back home to Parkview Field and seeing you and the rest of the staff next week.
I can't wait, man. You've been doing an awesome job. I know the lift that it is of a one-man booth and stuff like that. You're doing a great job. The listeners think so. The staff thinks so. So great job, and we'll see you back on Tuesday.
That's Team President Mike Nutter. More in a moment here on the Tin Caps Radio Network.
Podcasts by Federated Media.